Hey YouTube, how's it going today? Here around Memphis we're coming out of a good little ice storm, but it's thawing out today, so you'll be hearing some ice falling on the other vehicles coming off the trees today. It's about 34 degrees, so it's not warm, but I'm making videos. I was going to go ahead and make a 300 subscriber video, but 300 subscribers blew on by thanks to you all, and thanks a lot to the live feeds that have helped me get my name out there and stuff. John Wilbur and Ruben and Dust Devil Garage. Those have all really helped me get my subscribers going, plus I get some of the content, and a lot of people have helped me and gave me some information and pointers on stuff I need to do for my videos, so I can get to that 500 subscribers and get to the No Name Nationals in September. But today I wanted to talk about Copperhead's drivetrain that I'm putting in the 78 D100 pickup truck named Copperhead. This drivetrain came out of my Aspen race car, and it did really good. Runs great. We'll get into the specs here in just a minute. So here's the engine. It's a 408 cubic inch based off the Magnum 360 block from the late 90s. We're going to start with the crankshaft, which is a Scat 4-inch stroke crankshaft, forged. And they're forged H-beam rods. Then they have Icon pistons that are at 4.03, which is 30 over what a stock bore on a 360 would be. And that's good for about 10-to-1 compression with these heads. These heads are Indy's MAX heads for the Magnum motor. They have 202 160 valves in them. Then topping off the heads are Indy's roller rockers for the Magnum that are 1:6 ratio. Then inside the camshaft, where all the magic happens, it is a Comp Cams custom grind that is 234, 248 with a 588 lift at 110 lobe separation installed straight up. On top I have an Edelbrock RPM air gap, and then topping the whole engine off is a Dominic Thumper 950-ish custom built carburetor for my engine. He built it for me. He's a great guy. If you need a carburetor, look up Dominic on Facebook, and I'll have a link to his page in the description if y'all need one of these carburetors. He's a great guy. He's taught me a lot about carburetors, and just in general, I didn't necessarily buy a carburetor, but it came with a friend, if you understand what I mean. He's a really good guy. He's down to earth. He's an old Mopar guy, but he works on Ford, Chevys, whatever comes through the shop. Back in 2016, I had this engine built for me by Brian at IMM Engines out of California. It's been a great engine. Brian was a big help with building it and setting it up, listening to what I had to say and listening to what I was going to use the motor for. So I'll have a link to his page and his website in the description if you want to look him up, if you want him to build an engine for you. Great guy, sells a lot of parts, and he can get parts, so it might be worth your while to look him up. Now let's talk about the transmission we're going to be using for this. It's a TCI 727 Street Fighter with a 3500 stall and a trans brake in it. It's worked really well with this motor in the Aspen, and on 150 shot of spray, the car ran 650s in the 8. So it should be pretty good. And then that just leaves the rear end, which is a Chrysler 8 3/4 out of a 79 pickup truck. And I'll have a new gear set for it, which I'm going to run 430 gears since we'll be running 8th mile. That should be a perfect setup. 430 gear and a 28-inch tire. I should be right there red line to the lights. I'm hoping, if my calculations are correct on that. So hopefully everything will work out and I can order that sometime March, April. I can order that gear set for it. And then I'll show cleaning up the axle, painting it, putting it together, and then installing it in the truck. Okay, so that's the drivetrain for Copperhead, the 408, 727, 8 3/4. That's what I'll be running at the No Name Nationals with about 150 shot of nitrous on it. Now on to my next piece of business. Everybody's been seeming to be doing a call out video. Well, I figured I'd just include that in this video. And I want to call out the Junkyard Jet guys from Uncle Tony's Garage. Heads up, one race, and I'll even throw $100 in the mix on it. So I think it'd be a good race. I donated some parts to their build, and I think it'd be kind of cool if I can race them at the No Name Nationals. Hopefully next week. The weather would be nicer, and I can start getting the 318 and 727 out of the truck, getting the engine bay cleaned up, and getting it ready to put this 408 in there. That should make some pretty good video. Getting this installed, getting the first fire on it and stuff. I don't know if I'll be able to get that all in one weekend. That's a lot of work to pull an engine and put another one in by yourself. But we'll see what happens. But thank you for watching. Thank you for liking my videos. Thank you for sharing my videos. And if you're not subscribed to my video, please subscribe to my channel and help me get to the No Name Nationals. You all have a good day, and I'll catch you next time.